So guys, today I want to talk about a topic that's called Palumboism. It's highly spread in bodybuilding society, but it's more unclear than clear. Why? I will tell you now. The name Palumboism is called after Dave Palumbo, who is the father of Palumboism. His body transformation was basically this. So back then he had a great body, like 300 pounds off season. Here, great body. But then in his later years, it seemed like, his bones, his feet, his hand, everything grew, but his muscles, went back. He lost a lot of muscles. His body, disformed. His stomach got bigger and distended and things like that. And also, an example for the so-called Palumboism would be the transformation of Greg Kovacs, who looked like this when he was young, and back then he looked like this. So things like the gut extension, things like that are, very, very likely things of Palumboism. At least it's what people say. But now, and even Ronnie Coleman, 2003 looked like this. 10 years later, he did a guest posing, looked like this. Even Ronnie Coleman is, called into Palumboism in this later years. So I want to talk about the real facts behind this. First, Palumboism is no disease. It's only a speculation of bodybuilding society. We don't have any scientific evidence. It's not a disease. When you would go to your doctor and would say, doc, I think I have a little Palumboism, he would say, what the fuck you want to tell me? Go to the nut house or something like that, okay? And there are so many bodybuilders, and only 2 or 3 are into Palumboism, or what's called Palumboism. For example, like I said, Dave Palumbo, Greg Kovacs, Ronnie Coleman, but there are so many guys that don't have any signs of this so-called Palumboism. So it's not highly spread. Only a few have that Palumboism. And a very important fact too is all these pictures of these athletes having this kind of disease is in their later years. For example, Coleman, his career was over, his body was already finished, and he still continued and tried to put pressure on his body, and the response of his body was this. Like I said, the gut extension, the so-called Palumboism, Greg Kovacs too. The Palumboism, they didn't have it in their early career, but in their later career. For example, when they wanted to have a little comeback type of thing, okay? So these are all pictures that we have of their later years. And this extended stomach, a lot of people now would say, it's GH. Yeah, GH probably plays a huge role in this. But it's not only GH abuse. It's probably the combination of excessive food, GH, insulin, and anabolic androgenic steroids. Okay, so a lot of things, a cocktail of, enhancement drugs play a role. And the fact is, for example, Dave Palumbo, he has a body height of 5'7", so he isn't a tall guy, but his shoe size is 15. And I looked up, and it's really real. Look at his latest video with Akeem. I think he got some shoes, Nike shoes, sized 15, and he's 5'7", so his hands and feet are very, very long, longer than they have to be, and probably a lot longer than than before the whole bodybuilding thing. And bodybuilders in general, when you look at them, they have way bigger hands than normal people. So like I said, GH probably plays a huge role, but it's maybe a unique body response to the combination of the massive drug abuse I already stated. And for example, Michael Jordan, who is way taller than Dave Palumbo, no question about that either. He has the shoe size 13. And Dave Palumbo, who is way, way smaller, has the shoe size 15. And this is crazy, okay? So my end result would be it's still a myth. It's a myth based on 2 to 3 athletes that maybe have some genetic disorders, things like that. And it's not scientifically proven. We don't have any scientific evidence. So in the end, it's just Mythbusters. Okay? So stay tuned. This was just an off-topic video. Of course, I will talk on the Olympia and so later on. But I was really interested in the topic because I hear that word Palumboism often nowadays. Stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Instagram, Deniz Lifestyle. Have a nice day.